My name's Fernando Ferrer. I used to work in this building and know a little something about it and the city that it's governed from. Know a little bit about some of its neighborhoods, having served one of its boroughs for nearly 15 years. And in that time, getting to know an extraordinary public servant, someone who distinguished himself as a community leader, assemblyman, my state senator, and hopefully future member of the Congress. I'm talking about State Senator Adriano Espaillat. I have the great pleasure to endorse him today and to support his candidacy, to ask others to do the same. Now, before you ask the questions, let me answer them for you. I have known Charlie Rangel for over 40 years, and I could not and would not say an unkind word about it. But I'm here today to look to the future, not the past. I'm here today to look to the future of a community that really does need a clear, active, resolute spokesman and advocate for all of us. And I think that advocate, that representative, that champion for all of us in Washington, D.C. will be Adriano Espaillat. That's why I'm very, very proud to support his candidacy and to do whatever I can to let voters know wherever they live in this sprawling and diverse district that this is a man who has always reached out, who has always worked to create the kinds of coalitions that not only win elections, but even more importantly, get good things done in government. It's the only way he could have become a state senator representing areas as diverse as Upper Manhattan, Inwood, Spuyten-Duyvil, part of Riverdale and the Bronx. I'm proud to call him my state senator. I'll be even prouder to call him my congressman. Estoy aquí orgullosamente apoyando la candidatura de mi amigo, de un campeón de nuestras comunidades, el senador Adriano Espaillat. Yo no creo en discutir el pasado mucho. Yo prefiero mirar hacia el futuro. Y esa vista al futuro significa para nosotros un campeón como Adriano Espaillat representándonos en el Congreso de los Estados Unidos. Por eso estoy contentísimo de estar aquí con el próximo congresista Adriano Espaillat.
Freddie Ferrer is a great New Yorker. You know, Freddie Ferrer is the fellow that took the Bronx, probably in its worst state, and turned it around to become one of America's best cities. He is an icon in New York City. You know, he comes from the Bronx, but he's really known throughout the city of New York. And his contributions to the city of New York are well documented and very, very important. So as we look towards the future, I am very happy to get his endorsement here today for Congress. You know, Congress continues to be an institution that has failed New Yorkers and Americans. We must bring back Congress to the center of life of New York. Congress must be able to pass a DREAM Act. Congress must be able to force or push HUD to become an important part of housing as opposed to an absentee landlord. Congress must support President Obama in his fight to bring about fundamental change to America. What he promised millions of Americans during his first campaign, that he will bring hope and opportunity to all Americans. So I'm happy to receive here today Freddie's endorsement. He's a great New Yorker, one that has made us proud of his contributions continue in government. You know, he is a true New Yorker. He takes the subway. He knows the pulse of New York City. So I'm happy that he's endorsing this candidate towards the future. The past is important, and what we've accomplished in the past is important, but more important than that is the future. The future of the city, the future of the 13th Congressional District, that is made up of East Harlem, Hamilton Heights, Washington Heights, Inwood, Marble Hill, now Kingsbridge and Norwood. So it is a very diverse district that has many people of different backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities, different religions. This is a district that needs a strong and bold voice in Congress that will work with President Obama to bring about hope, opportunity, and change. Thank you, Freddie, for your endorsement. We'll be working hard in the next 6 weeks, and we're going to make history and bring about change. Thank you so much. Any questions? En español. Estoy orgulloso de estar aquí con Fernando Ferrer. Fernando Ferrer es un gran neoyorquino que ha aportado bastante para esta ciudad. Hoy acepto su endorso para la candidatura de congresista de los Estados Unidos. Él es un hombre que conoce muy bien la ciudad de Nueva York, particularmente el condado del Bronx, el cual él transformó de un condado de altas necesidades a un condado de oportunidad y esperanza para miles y miles de neoyorquinos. Él es un hombre que se ha destacado, todo el mundo lo conoce, tiene un récord impecable y por eso para mí es un orgullo estar aquí al lado de él y aceptar su endorso para esta gran e histórica candidatura. Any questions?
When you say the district needs new leadership, is that a reference to Congressman Rangel's age or his lack of performance in any way?
No, it's a reference to the positive attributes that Senator Espaillat brings to this race. He's a clear, unambiguous champion for his district. He is the kind of person who really works hard at bringing coalitions together. That's what we need going forward. That's all I expressed, and there's nothing in between the lines. There's so much about Adriano's candidacy, and I think it speaks for itself.
But Mr. Ferrer, you are, I know you're speaking positively of Senator Espaillat, but you've made a decision to abandon Congressman Rangel. Can you comment on that? Did you do that something you did lightly or heavily?
You put that so harshly.
Well, we did. Well, you did.
So harshly. I don't make any political decision lightly, but in looking at Adriano Espaillat's record and his promise for the future, the choice was clear to me. And I'm very, very happy not only to stand with him today, but to work with him right up until the finish.
How about the changing demographics of the district? Has that impacted your decision?
Well, you know, the demographics of this city change every day. That's obvious. You all report about it. You all observe it. We all live in this city. And I think that's a good thing. Someone who understands that natural beat in this city, I think serves us well.
But do you think that it's becoming a quote-unquote majority Latino congressional district? Did that come into play in your decision or no?
No, Adriano Espaillat's record of public service came into play.
Last question. Senator, what do you make about Assemblyman Linares announcing that he'll run for your seat even if you seek re-election?
Well, this is a democracy, and I hope he made that decision because he's very convinced that I'm going to win this race.
So, he didn't endorse you. What do you make about that?
Excuse me?
But he didn't endorse you for the...
Well, he's pondering the decision. I'm sure that he will make, this is a serious decision for him, and we look forward to having him on board.
Mr. Ferrer, just one other question. When you ran for mayor in 2005, did you think that Congressman Rangel did enough to support your campaign?
As I said several times before, I am not looking at the past. I'm looking forward to the future.
Mayor Bloomberg was asked this morning if he was going to endorse in this race, and in the past, 2 years ago, he endorsed Charlie Rangel. Are you hopeful that he'll get involved and endorse you?
Well, I'm happy to say that in the past 2 years ago, he also endorsed me for Senate.
And I didn't hold that against Adriano.
That's correct. So, Mayor Bloomberg will make up his mind, and I look forward to speaking to him and convincing him that this candidacy represents the best interest of the city and he represents major change for the state. So I'm hopeful that he will be riding that way.
As a member of the MTA board, is there anything you'd like to see the next Congress member do in terms of transportation?
Yeah, we need more federal funds. We have a burgeoning problem with our capital program, not only the one that's currently enacted, but the one that's yet to be announced. We need help from the federal government. The kind of thing that the Republican-dominated House has been doing, playing with mass transit funds, connecting them to dopey things in the Midwest, up to and including oil pipelines, is silly. This stands on its own as a project that's worthy of funding. This stands on its own as worthy expenditure of public funds. And we need people in Congress who understand that, who understand the plight of everyday New Yorkers who rely on this system to get to and from work, to and from school, to and from the doctor every day. That's the point.
Let me just add to that. You know, the public transportation system in the city is joined at the hip with the economy. It is the engine. It is the transmission of this economy. And unless we have a reliable, state-of-the-art public transportation system, the economy will continue to slip and hop. So, you know, bringing more federal funding for worthy transportation projects is an important part of being a congressman, an important goal that I will establish in my future as a congressman.
Great, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Can I get that picture of Pittsburgh without the microphone?
Sure. Thank you.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
I got the question.
Yeah.